Swansea City 0 Manchester United 3. United looked the best of the title contenders on the opening weekend, and there is no reason not to expect another impressive show from Jose Mourinho's side. Romelu Lukaku has galvanised United's forward line, and he will be confident of adding to the 2 goals he scored at home to West Ham United against opponents expected to fight against relegation this season. Also Reed Coman says Sigurdsson, one of the best in his position. Bournemouth's Jermain Defoe right is likely to be in the thick of action against Watford. Nick Potts app photo. Bournemouth 1 Watford 1. The past 4 Premier League encounters between these sides have ended in draws, and this one could well be another stalemate too. Bournemouth were underwhelming in the 10 loss at West Bromwich Albion last Saturday, and Jermain Defoe will likely make his first start since joining from Sunderland to improve the goal threat. Watford did well to draw 33 with Liverpool, with Nathan Chalobah shining in midfield, but Marco Silva's side look suspect in the rearguard still. Tony Pulis will see his West Bromwich Albion side in action against Burnley. Nick Potts Press Association. Burnley 0 West Bromwich Albion 1. Burnley did fantastically well to beat Chelsea, but the champions did have 2 men sent off. Trying to break down and deal with Tony Pulis' well-drilled side will be a tough test, and this should tell us more about how Sean Dyche's men are going to cope with the loss of 2 of the best players in Michael Keane and Andre Gray in the long term. Leicester City's Jamie Vardy right will likely be a handful against Brighton. Alastair Grant app photo. Leicester City 3 Brighton Hove Albion 0. They may have contrived to lose to Arsenal thanks to 2 late goals in the 43 loss, but Leicester, at least in attack, looked like the side who won the 201,516 title. With Jamie Vardy on form up front, they should be too strong for Brighton. Also Reed Klopp denies new Barcelona claims on Coutinho. Mohamed Salah right has been dynamic up front for Liverpool. Daniel Hambury app photo. Liverpool 4 Crystal Palace 1. Yes, the defence is still a shambles, but Liverpool still looked great going forward at times against Watford, and Mohamed Salah already looks a great addition. Even with the issues at the back, they should have too much for Palace, who looked awful in losing 30 to Huddersfield Town last Saturday. Southampton's Manolo Gabbiadini may be too hot for West Ham to handle. Adam Holt Reuters Southampton 2 West Ham United 1. Only wasteful finishing cost Southampton a win against Swansea last Saturday, and with players of the calibre of Manolo Gabbiadini and Nathan Redmond up front, they should finally find the net this weekend. This is a tough start for West Ham, having lost so heavily at Manchester United last weekend, and how they fare here is an early test of the resolve. Also Reed Wenger ready for financial sacrifice of keeping Sanchez. Alexandre Lacazette scored on his debut for Arsenal last weekend. Shaun Botterill Getty Images Stoke City 2 Arsenal 2. It feels like Groundhog Day again with Arsene Wenger's side. They look good going forward, with Alexandre Lacazette scoring on his debut and gelling with his teammates, but the defence again looks to be the weak link. Stoke will be salivating at the prospect of putting that creaking backline under pressure at set pieces. Huddersfield Town's Steve Manny, left, is one to watch out for. Scott Heavey app photo. Huddersfield Town 1 Newcastle United 1. Rafa Benitez's side had defended well against Tottenham Hotspur until John Joe Shelvey's moment of indiscipline opened the game up, and they will fancy their chances of at least getting a point at fellow newly promoted side Huddersfield. David Wagner's side will again look to Steve Manny for goals after the strikers' double at Crystal Palace. Also read 6 problems Chelsea need to address to get back on track. Tottenham Hotspur's Dele Alli is among the goals again. Lee Smith Reuters Tottenham Hotspur 3 Chelsea 1. When you are in as much disarray as Chelsea appear to be at present both on and off the pitch, facing the side that pushed you hardest on your way to the title is a less than ideal prospect. Harry Kane, Dele Alli and Christian Eriksen all looked in good nick in Tottenham's 20 victory at Newcastle, and they will be confident of starting life at Wembley Stadium for the season with 3 points. Also read what version of Johnny Evans will Manchester City get. Kevin De Bruyne of Manchester City will be difficult for Chelsea to rein in. Dynasty team Getty Images Manchester City 2 Everton 0. Everton picked up 4 points off City last season, and the 40 battering at Goodison Park was one of the low points of Pep Guardiola's first year in English football. Despite having not conceded in the first 4 games of the campaign, 3 were Europa League matches. Everton will find City too hot to handle, with Kevin De Bruyne and Sergio Aguero both impressing in the win at Brighton.